Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 176 of Wrestling is Trash, your favorite nonsensical podcast where we talk about things past, present, and possibly the future. I am one of your co-hosts, Lou from the BX, host of the Everything Podcast, Trash Boy Número Dos, and we're here on another Trash Tuesday to talk all the wrestles. Mind you, there's not a lot to talk about, but we're going to talk about a couple little topics here that we got. Just some stuff here that we've been kind of mulling on. Raw, the greatness of Will Ospreay, and some other stuff we're going to sprinkle on there for you. So, other than that stuff, I really don't got too much going on. I went to a Renaissance fair this weekend. That was cool. And
no damn turkey leg.
Damn, I could not get a turkey leg, bro, at that place. They just would not get it to me. But before we get into all that, Trash Boy to my right, please introduce yourself.
What up, everyone? Nick and Sally back on another Trash Tuesday here to talk, like I said, everything. You know us, we just start spitting out the mouth with everything professional wrestling. Yeah, I want to hear about this Renaissance fair before we get into what I gotta say quick.
So it's funny, my brother asked me not last weekend, the week before. He's like, "Hey, Ren Fair's here. Do you want to go?" And I was like, I don't want to go to no fucking Renaissance fair, bro. Like, I don't want to go to that shit. So I was just like, But then again, I thought I stopped it. Me and my brother have a weird relationship. Like, I love my brother. He's a great guy. He's, the best brother you could ask for. But like, I see other people's relationships with their brothers, and they're like, I have a couple friends of mine, and they're like fucking so close. Like, they're like super, super tight, like everything. They finish each other's sentences. They got all these inside jokes and shit. Me and my brother are not like that. Like, my brother went to college when I was real young. He left. He was up there. I lived with him for a little bit when I was in my teenage rebellious years. And then I moved back to the city. So like, we're cool. Like, that's the best way I could like describe my relationship with my brother. Like, we're super cool. But we've never like gone and hung out and done a bunch of stuff together. Like, it just, he had his life, I had mine and shit, and it just never really happened. So he was like, "You want to go to the Renaissance fair?" And I was like, I don't really want to go to that shit. But I was like, you know what? Let me stop being a fucking dick. Because I'm kind of internalizing the reason like we're not like that tight is because of me.
Yeah.
Because I could be a dick. I'm very selfish. I'm like, I like to be by myself. So I was like, you know what? No. It's time for changes. This year's all about changes, and I need to start being more open to shit that like I'm not really used to. So you know what? Let's go. Let's go. So I told him yeah, and last week obviously was Valentine's. So they have themes, I guess, for every week. There's 4 weeks of it. So it comes around. It's like a fair. Like I'm sure in your town you have a fair. Everybody has a fair. It's a fair basically, and it's like medieval. And I think it's 4 weeks or 4 weekends, and every weekend is a different theme. So Valentine's was obviously love. So on Friday, my brother was like, I checked the Renaissance fair, and this theme for this week is love. So let's not go to that. So I was like, yeah, that would be kind of, that'd be kind of weird. Let's go next weekend. So that was this weekend. And this theme was Vikings.
Okay.
So we went dressed
the Viking Raiders there.
I know, right? That would have been cool. We practically did. Like, I gotta tell you, bro. I went basically dressed like this, not with what I was wearing. I was actually wearing my. Is it here? I was wearing my this shirt, bro. I gotta tell you something. This shirt has been through the ringer with me, bro. The here it goes. The Sussex County Chicken himself. Is this it? Oh, it's here somewhere. Oh, there it goes. So I wore this thing.
Briscoes.
Them boys. Fucking Sandy Fork, Delaware shirt. And my Wrestling is Trash hat. So I wasn't dressed up as anything. And my brother was dressed normal or whatever. So we get there and it's fucking awesome. Like, there's music playing, like that medieval fucking Braveheart music. And there's all the people working there are speaking like, "Oh, come hither, come to mine shop and drink mine ales and look at my wares," and all this shit. And it's like they have like different stands and all that shit. You know how when you go to the fair or you go to like Santa's Enchanted Forest, I don't know if they have that in Cali, but they have that here. Um, they got all these little huts, and they're
Yep,
all,
yep,
there's like an apothecary. I'm sorry. They had like a blacksmith. They had a chick like with the actually doing like the blacksmithing shit, like with the blacksmith machine. I mean the cauldron with the fire and all that
yep.
shit.
That's
They had
dope.
swords and fucking it was really cool, man. It was honestly like I was really surprised at how much I thought I was gonna enjoy it because I'm into nerdy shit. Um, but I think what I enjoyed the most about it was seeing so many people there, just like enjoying it, being dressed up, participating, and like just letting like their freak flag fly, quote
Yeah,
unquote. They were just there in their element. They were all dressed up. They had elf ears. There was maidens. There was girls running around with like the tight corsets and all
yep.
that shit, looking like they were from the 1800s and shit. And it was cool. It was just cool to see all these people there, like all having fun. And there was also like regular ass people in shorts and t-shirts with their kids, just
Yeah,
enjoying the element and shit. So
it's like us when we go to wrestling shows.
yeah, 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 pretty much. It's
Yeah.
definitely it was definitely a fun experience. It's the only thing that sucks is as a bigger person is there's a lot of walking, so
Uh-huh.
you kind of have to be used to that. And I will say one thing: do not wear white sneakers if you go to one of these things.
I could see
Because
that.
I
That makes
wore
sense.
my brand new white New Balances, and I was standing in the beer line, and for some reason I looked down at my shoes, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like it was caked. Dirt was like caked onto my
Oh,
shoe.
damn.
It was terrible. So again, I got to clean them, but the laces are still dirty. But I got to
Yeah,
throw those in the wash. But definitely don't wear white shoes to the Renaissance Fair. You're gonna
makes
have a bad time.
makes sense. Yeah, not much new here. We went to Raw last night. So that
Oh
was a
yeah.
good time. Really cool. Like before we went out, before we went, we grabbed something to eat, and the lady was like, "Yeah, it's bit like I texted you." The lady was like, "Yeah, it's busy in here. They have WrestleMania tonight," and like that that made me laugh. A few cool, like funny off things, like really like this guy who sat near us. He was super nice. Probably late teens, early 20s, and it was wild because this guy was like diagonally in front of me and the guy diagonally behind me. We were all talking, and I didn't get to go because I was in Australia, but WrestleMania being here last year, that's usually a topic of conversation. It's like, hey, did you go? Did you go? And this one guy's like, yeah, like the younger dude, he's like, I haven't been. This is my first show as an adult. He's like, I haven't been since I've been a kid. And I
Wow.
don't know how we got down the topic, but like, he like genuinely didn't know what AEW was. He wasn't like talking smack or anything about it.
He just
He
didn't know.
he just like didn't know. Like I'm assuming it probably came up in the Cody Rhodes conversation, to be honest. And I just sat there, and I could tell the other guy talking, was kind of thinking it too, because he wasn't sitting there like, oh, blah blah blah, like they stink. It was just like, damn, like yo. And you could tell he was a diehard WWE fan. One of the nicest guys I know. He was actually there with like a church group, all this other stuff. And it was just like, damn, man. Like to me, that was wild. Like wild. Like that he had no real clue. Like how did he describe Tony Khan? He was like, they have like he's like, there's that Tony guy, right? That like endorsed them. And I was like, oh well, Cody and them made the company, but he's the real owner. He's got the money. You know what I mean? He's the brains, the money behind it all. And he was just like, I was teaching him, we were talking about it, and he seemed like enthused, like the fact that the dude's probably going to check it out, to be honest. But to me, it was just mind blowing that it's like, damn, like there are really people
So
out there.
weird.
Yeah, and like maybe it was like I said, he hasn't gone to any wrestling shows since he was super young, which that doesn't really mean anything. But I don't know, like maybe
So
just
he's been watching the product for a while, or he just restarted watching it.
so that I should have maybe have asked more because he knew everything that was going on there. But he was just your cut meat. I cheer for only the baby faces.
Yeah.
I don't cheer for the heels. Like just I guess how he's your prototypical what a WWE fan should be. He's there. He knows what's going on in the product, and he cheers for nothing but the good guys and girls.
It's so weird, man. The fans, it's so weird, bro. Because if you go to an AEW show, obviously everyone knows what the fuck WWE is.
Yeah,
Everybody,
yeah,
you know, like they all know. Even an Impact or a TNA show, like everybody knows the deal.
yeah,
But you will run into people at WWE shows who are like, "Oh, that other wrestling, nah, I don't
yeah.
watch
Like,
that." They like literally, it's like, nah, I don't. That thing that it's like they don't even consider it like a real thing.
yeah, and it was nuts because, like I said, he wasn't saying a single bad thing about it. So not like one of those asshole fans.
Right.
And to me, that was maybe because that was the first time I experienced it ever. And I was just like, damn, even my girl, who really only watches just because I watch, was kind of like, oh, damn, like even I know more about like this. You know what I mean? Oh, that's how I think it came up. I asked if they went to Full Gear because Full Gear was obviously in the area. And the one dude behind me was like, no, I couldn't get out of work that day. And he's like, what's Full Gear? And I was oh.
Wow.
And then the
That's
people
crazy,
that
bro.
there was a family of four directly in front of us. They had like a very, very young daughter. She was probably like 2. And the son was probably about 5. So you could probably tell they were there for them. And the mom just had zero interest whatsoever from the second they
Oh
sat
wow.
down. And you know when people like are in front of you on their phones, like you can just see what they're doing. You know, she Googled how long is the WWE Raw
Oh,
live
she
event.
went to the wrong fucking
Yeah,
show too.
that's what I said to my girl. And I just started, because this was maybe an hour in. I just started dying. I was dying laughing because, like, it was a good show, but, like, obviously, if you have zero interest, like, yo, honey, buckle up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um,
but even if like you don't like wrestling, which by the way, shout outs to that lady for taking her kids to that shit. That's pretty dope that she had no interest in it. She still went.
yeah.
But even if you have like no interest, I would imagine that if you just stop and actually watch the show, you will be entertained.
Yeah, man. She had zero interest. She was on her phone, like not being rude,
Wow.
just
Yeah.
minding her own business on her phone.
Yeah.
Like I said, her youngest daughter probably had no idea what was going on, but the son was with the dad. They were having time of their life. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
okay.
So it was dope. It was a nice family thing. It was really dope to see, but that just cracked me up because it's like, honey, you went to the wrong show.
Wow. Yeah.
Um,
Literally went to the wrong show.
yeah, and then but no, it was honestly a good show. You know, it opened with Cody and Drew. Great match, honestly. And then it was interesting because Cody, I didn't DQ. I honestly thought, I said to my girl, I thought it was going to end in DQ because you don't want either losing, but Cody lost, took a pin.
Yeah.
You know, because Solo and Jimmy came in. It ended just like Mania last year. And it was intriguing because like Drew just kind of allowed it. You know what I mean? Like did nothing
Right.
about it. So that was kind of cool. So that made me seem like, you know, at Chamber this week, Drew is 100% winning that Chamber. You know, you just beat Cody Rhodes. I don't think we had doubt in it. I don't know if you did, but me personally, I didn't. And I was like, all right, well, this sums that up. That was cool. Even though I've gone to a few Raws lately, just because I've been lucky, this was the first time I've seen Gunther wrestle.
Oh,
He's
nice.
always came out, whatever, but yo, those slaps are loud as shit. And so that was really cool. That was a cool main event. You know, now they planted those seeds with Jay and Jimmy. I kind of like that. You saw Jimmy say the whole you know, you may be the bigger whatever, I'm always the big brother. That was
Yeah.
cool. I liked the way they did it with the bell. Like that was different. Did you see the clip of McAfee doing the J thing? And
Yeah.
then when Gunther looked at him, he stopped. That was pretty
Yeah.
dope because I was the way I was sitting, I was behind it, so I saw it all happen. But yeah, it was honestly a really good show. Enjoyed it. Really bummed. Because my thing, when there's like 5 minutes left, I watch at the top of the section. So when it ends, I leave. And then like 10 minutes after Raw ended, CM Punk came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't get to see that. He addressed the crowd, which whatever. Like I was a little bummed
Yeah.
out, not gonna lie. You know what I mean? But my girl had work today and stuff like that. We had like a 40-minute drive, but still had a really good time. Yeah, man, it's just wild that Chambers this weekend. You know, we'll see what happens.
I know.
Raquel Rodriguez came back. Yeah, but like I said, had a good time overall. Had a good time overall. I really can't complain. I guess we can dive right into the first thing we kind of have here. Um, let's say, do you want to save the Osprey stuff for later or hit that one first, actually?
Doesn't matter. We can go. All this stuff
Let's
is
go
pretty
some of the
much.
Kevin Nash stuff just to kind of get it out the way.
Yeah.
So Kevin Nash, controversial, right? You could say because of his takes, right? Everyone might think, but Sting asked Kevin Nash to be a part of his retirement match, but Nash said because of his positioning in WWE, he couldn't. He asked WWE for permission, and his request was denied. And I think, in my opinion, I'll say
So
it
when I read that, that means Kevin Nash asked for permission, or Sting asked WWE for permission.
I'm taking it as Kevin Nash said.
That's what it sounds like. Yeah.
And it's weird because I wonder, like, times like this, like, is that a Triple H call? Like, Triple H was like, nah.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, why the fuck would they say no? Like, it's not like Kevin Nash is on their TV or doing anything, any of their cyber shows or any of that shit. He's not like any on the talk shows. He's not doing anything WWE related. He's not on tour with them. He's not doing anything with them.
Yeah, he's best
just on a Legends deal.
He's best friends with the guy who runs WWE.
Yeah,
he's not jumping. Like, you know what I mean? So I think it's like, to blatantly put it, if this is true, like, I think it's just kind of fucked.
Like, why would you do that to Sting, bro?
Yeah, especially like when Sting was with you guys. Like, he didn't win. Triple H, you beat him. But
yeah,
like, he didn't do anything wrong by you guys. Even when he got hurt with Seth, you weren't really seeing Sting go around to media outlets like trashing the company.
Yeah,
and things like that. So, because I saw a report, I shared it with Brian actually on TikTok, a few other things that, like, and I'm gonna say that's just all rumors and fake after seeing this report. Because Brian even said it'd be cool. Apparently, they were going to work a deal where somehow Dustin Rhodes gets involved with the Bloodline stuff. I'm assuming maybe just an appearance at Mania, and WWE was going to give AEW Sting footage. So, like,
I think that was.
I think that's fake. After seeing this,
well, I think that was like some famous podcaster came up with that idea, and people started
which is a great idea,
and running with it. But it was going to be like Dustin can sit front row for Cody's match. And then,
which I think all of that, I think that's a fair deal either way.
Like, why couldn't fucking Dustin just do that anyway? I mean, all they got to do is keep the fucking camera off of him. Like, eventually, like, you might see him in a panning shot, but, he could just sit there.
That's up to Tony because he's out. Remember, he let Malachi Black and Andrade go to the Hall of Fame.
I mean, you can't. If they give you a ticket, like if Triple H is like, yo, Dustin, I'm gonna send you a fucking ticket. You're not gonna sit in the first row because the cameras, but you could sit in this like right behind there, which is fine, in the second row, and you could be there with the family or whatever,
or even backstage.
And he could not wear the makeup, and he'll just be there with a fucking hat on or whatever the fuck. Like, he doesn't need to, get involved, but he could at least be there. Like, I don't see what's so wrong with that shit.
But so I'm curious where they go there. But I don't know. It's cool though how Sting's reaching out to, like, what I took from this, like, on the positive is this retirement. I didn't think it was going to be bad, obviously, but like, it's cool because who else might show up?
Yeah, they might have some other stuff going on. That's true. As long as it's not Flair, bro.
Oh, come on.
As long as it's not Flair getting involved, taking a bump.
Oh, yeah. He'll be ringside for sure. Maybe.
I don't know. I need to see it.
Who else could really, I'm trying to think, maybe be ringside?
I mean, anyone else who I could think of was probably like already there. Like Arn Anderson's already involved. I don't know if he's going to have Hogan. I don't know if you want to do that shit.
I don't think if WWE wouldn't let Kevin Nash go, I don't think they're letting Hogan go.
Yeah, I know. So I mean, mind you, I definitely don't want to see that, but
no,
I don't know. Most of the people that he worked with and stuff like in TNA are already there. So
maybe Bret Hart,
possibly, but they never really.
Well, did you see that story this weekend? The interview with Bret Hart and that.
No.
So do you remember? I think it was at it was at Double or Nothing, like the OG Double or Nothing, when they just made the company and Bret Hart took out the heavyweight title. He said how that came to fruition. He was already in Las Vegas, and they called him and was like, "Hey, we'll give you this much money to do this." And he's like, "I don't even know who they were. I just said, fuck it, I'm in Vegas."
Oh, wow.
And he did it. And I thought that was kind of funny because Bret Hart, like, it's just all about the money, and that made me laugh.
Hey man, fuck it.
And then he
You know
did
what I'm
another.
saying?
He did another interview recently where he buried Goldberg again. I
Yeah,
forgot.
he's really. I mean, dude, I can't look,
I
bro.
don't hate
I
on him.
know. Yeah, I know. I know people are some people are sick of hearing about some people are sick of hearing about that shit, and people make a meme out of that shit or whatever. But bro, Goldberg fucking really ended Bret Hart's career.
One
Like
of the
he really
greatest
did.
of all time.
He just fucked him up. Like his back, his neck, his brain is all fucked up because of that kick. I was watching a video. I don't know why, but Goldberg videos have been popping up on Twitter. And one of the videos was it was Goldberg versus Ming or Haku if you
Yeah,
watch, WWF. He was wrestling Ming, and Ming was managed by Jimmy Hart.
I
So
saw this online.
this clip, he picks Ming up barely and tries to body slam him, drops him right on his fucking head and neck, right?
Yep.
Then Jimmy Hart jumps up on the turnbuckle and he like jumps at Goldberg. Goldberg catches him and picks him up to body slam him, and he fucking straight up threw him like a torpedo headfirst into the mat, like just straight up like tossed him, and he just went straight down like that at an angle, and his head just hit the fucking mat, fucking rolled over, and then he immediately gets up. He completely no sold the whole fucking thing, so you know he was hurting because he completely got. And I was watching that shit, and I was like, dog. When I was younger and I was watching Goldberg, I thought he was the greatest shit ever because I would literally was like a big, I was also in my 20s when he was going on his run, 19, 20 years old. And, I got to watch that shit as an adult and whatever. And looking back at some of that shit, it's like, bro, he was really fucking dangerous. Like, he
Yeah.
really fucked some people up. And, like, I was reading the comments of that video, and there's people in there defending Goldberg, like, oh yeah, that's not Goldberg's fault. Jimmy didn't know how to fucking take that bump. I'm like, take that bump. Do you
Yeah.
see the video? He threw him head first into the mat. What was Jimmy Hart supposed to do? Jimmy Hart's not a wrestler.
Yeah. Like, what
You
are
would
we
have to
doing?
be like Owen Hart to figure out a way to take that bump being thrown like that and make it like work where you don't get really hurt. It's Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart's not a wrestler.
Yeah. Like I said, I think Brett has every right to feel how he feels.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's
Absolutely.
just funny. Oh, every story though he does somehow turns around
Yeah,
to
he just goes right
Goldberg.
back to Goldberg, bro.
Like it really is funny. Like, hey Brett, what you have for breakfast? Say, well, I had some egg whites and a bagel. Bill Goldberg, he's just unsafe.
Yeah.
It's great, but
Wow.
honestly, like I said, Kevin Nash, like I don't know, like I think it's fucked. I think they should just let him go. I'm just curious what they're gonna have planned because I didn't even think about like a tribute video until like I saw that report and it was like, shit, WWE owns everything on Sting.
No, yeah. Yeah. They
So
own
it's kind of like,
WCW's library. They have
are you
everything.
gonna make a tribute video for just his
You
time
could
in
use fucking TNA if TNA lets you use some footage from their shit.
Yeah,
But
in AEW, yeah, but obviously we all know Sting's prime was WCW,
yeah,
right?
of course. You want the old, surfer Sting.
Surfer
You're
Sting,
gonna have to get WCW footage.
yeah. So I'm
That fucking
curious.
sucks, man. You would think like I get it. You guys are competitors or whatever, but there should be certain stipulations where like
Like
you
it's
go, you
Sting.
know what, bro? Sting's retiring. Fine. What's it gonna hurt them to let them use some footage?
Yeah,
Like, what's it gonna hurt them?
and I could see if it was someone younger or something like, say they wanted footage right now of like Edge for some reason. It's like,
Yeah, no,
okay,
yeah, of course. No,
yeah,
you're not
like
getting
no,
that.
like but it's like, yo, it's Sting. Like it's clear as day when he's done with this. Because I wonder, they never said, but do you think he's like done? Like I'm going home done? Or time? I bet you maybe time from time makes
He
appearances.
might. I mean, Sting is like a devout Christian and shit, so he might just want to spend time with his family, after he retires, finally take the makeup off, do whatever he's gonna do after that. I can't imagine he's gonna like start a podcast or something, but it wouldn't
Yeah, who
surprise
would
me.
have thought the Undertaker has a YouTube channel now?
Bro, I don't even, dude. I can't deal with that shit. Like I
I
can't.
tried what? So, mind you, Undertaker's in my second favorite of all time, behind The Rock. I tried watching. So mind you, Undertaker's in my second favorite of all time, behind The Rock. I tried watching. So mind you, Undertaker's in my second favorite of all time, behind The Rock. I tried watching. So mind you, Undertaker's in my second favorite of all time, behind The Rock. I tried watching. I can't watch it. It's just it sounds stupid, but it's weird.
My thing is like,
And I get it. He's making money off it. Like I
right.
get it, but it's like
The thing with me is just like I can't, bro. I can't do all these podcasts. I can't all these fucking former wrestlers with their opinion. Like I can't do it. Like I don't listen to podcasts as it is now because I don't really like listening to. It's weird, bro. I have particular podcasts that I do listen to, but for the most part, like I don't listen to everything because I can't. I don't have the time.
nah.
Like my old job, I used to be able to listen to podcasts
Yeah, you
all
said
night long.
overnight. Yeah.
Yes, I would listen to everything, bro. Every fucking episode of Joe Rogan that was 3 hours. I was like, yes, please, 3 hours, perfect.
Kills time.
You know what I mean? So, but I can't now. So, and I don't want to listen to Kevin Nash talk about fucking. We were talking about this off air. Like, my pet peeve with these fucking former wrestlers who do podcasts is like, they hate people like you and me. Like, they think we're marks.
Yeah.
Where, you know, we have no right to be talking about wrestling, even though I've been watching fucking wrestling for like 35 years. I shouldn't be talking about it because I have no reason to be talking about it. I'm a mark, I'm a rube, I'm a fucking whatever, and I don't know shit about shit. I might not know, you know, a fraction of what you guys know, you know what I mean? But I still think like my opinion matters. I think I have valid points that, you know, I'm not, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
so I can't deal with it's like every time I listen to one of those clips of one of these shows and they're like, yeah, these marks on the internet who just, I'm like, shut the fuck up, bro. Like the marks on the internet are the ones who actually allow you to have your platform. So like, you
And
know what I
it's
mean?
with me with podcasts, it's like I'll always listen to as often as I can my friends' podcasts, like how Brian, like UWO,
Yeah.
Dan just started his thing. Like I always try to give the friends love, right? Because I know they do it for us. That's me. It's the right thing, and I enjoy hearing what my friends have to say about like what I like. But I can't watch all that. Like you get Pat McAfee. I watch that usually on my drive home from work every day. That and then I'll watch like recap shows, but it's more like from like Raw, SmackDown, Dynamite. But even then, it's more background shit.
Yeah.
Sit there and watch like I and listen. It's like besides my friends like at in Pat McAfee, it's all you're really getting at.
Like, come on, bro. Conan, Kevin Nash, Kurt Angle has a podcast. Ric Flair has a podcast.
The Undertaker.
Come on, man. I don't want to fucking like
Eric Bischoff.
No, bro. I don't want to hear these people fucking. No, I can't, bro. I can't do it. So it's like, you know, to see the Undertaker like posting selfies and, you know, doing his podcast and shit like that.
Full on character to just nothing.
Yeah, like he went from years and years and years of like keeping his character, like, you know, keeping the integrity of his character, whatever, not talking to people, not going on shows, blah, blah, blah. So all of a sudden he's like on Instagram taking selfies. So weird.
Yeah, I'll give it to him. He said when he was done, he was done. So like I give it to him, but at the same time, god damn. But someone who is killing it, I wanted to get some love here. Mustafa Ali. He wants something better and to vote Ali for X Division champion. I'm liking to see where this goes. This is more just me giving the dude some love. I'm really intrigued. I want to see him. I want to see what happens. I think he's going to win the title. I don't know what you think, but
yeah, I definitely see him winning that. He's been out here winning championships on the Indies. I think he's already won like 2 titles
because he's not signed, right, to TNA.
No, I don't think so. But he's definitely, you know, he's doing business with them, but he's definitely not signed. It's funny, like I'm more intrigued about him in Impact, than I am with what's his name? Ziggler.
Nick Nemeth.
Nick Nemeth. I'm more interested to see what Ali's doing than I am to see what Nick Nemeth is doing, which kind of sucks because Nick Nemeth is super talented. Like he's a fucking tremendous talent, and I like don't care. I don't care.
We saw him like he's been world champion with Ali. It's always been like the what if. Whereas with Ziggler, you always kind of knew.
Yeah, but Ali's just dope, and then all this stuff that he's doing with like this presidential campaign. He's going town to town and standing at the podium and doing like this whole thing. Like this shit's dope, bro. He kind of started doing that, and remember
this is something
he
that has
tried to
legs.
pitch that. He tried to pitch that in WWE, and they shot it down.
Yeah, he. I think this is something though that he can use like for a while.
Yeah.
Right, because it's like I'm campaigning for this company to win this and this and this. Like, I like it. You know what I mean? I don't know. The vignettes have been good. Like, have you seen Adonis and Alexander's vignette? They had it on SmackDown again.
I didn't. Oh wait, I saw. So I saw one of them, and I was wondering, like, why the fuck isn't this on TV?
I think it was this past week they put it on TV now.
Okay, cool. Because they did one, I think it was like 4 minutes or something like that. And I saw that shit on Twitter, and I'm like, why the fuck didn't they chop this up and put this on TV, bro? This is hilarious.
Yeah, I hope that picks up legs.
It should.
And then because before we get back to Only, speaking of them, like Hit Row, to be honest, I thought once Top Dollar got let off, like them two were shortly behind. But last night, what was awkward is BFAB, she came out during the commercial for the Women's Battle Royal to Bobby Lashley's like music. So I was like, really? It even said like, yeah, it was weird. Like they don't have something made for her yet, right? But even in the Battle Royal, like she did good. Like she wasn't one of the first women out. Like,
yeah,
I don't know if she eliminated anyone, but she was like giving good offense. Like she looked good last night. Now Adonis, like he's getting something out of this. I just want to say kind of cool to them, but yeah, the vignettes have been good. I don't know. Ali's just been killing it.
And even Top Dollar's he's killing it on the indies. He's killing it in TNA. He's here in my hometown doing CCW shit. Like he's been here.
He must have gotten released because of political shit.
He was just in GCW too.
Yeah.
He's all over the place.
Yeah, TNA.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he had to have gotten released because of political stuff. Something, the way he maybe conducted himself backstage or something, it had to have been because...
I don't know if like... Because I didn't really follow him like that. You know what I mean? Like I knew of him. I know he was in Hit Row and all that shit. Hit Row wasn't like my favorite thing in. Well, actually, I loved it in NXT. I'm not even gonna fucking pretend like I didn't like that shit.
Isaiah Swerve Scott.
Yeah, but yeah, he got released, and I was just like, all right, whatever. Like all I knew with him was Michael Cole constantly calling him Flop Dollar and shitting on him and shit, and that over the top rope thing that he did that he kind of like, you know, he hit the top rope and kind of fell awkwardly or whatever. That's really all I knew of him. So when he got released, I was just like, yeah, whatever. But it's cool that even though that unfortunately happened to him, that he's out there like doing his thing and he's successful.
He said on Twitter during the Q&A that there was legs behind that, and him and Cole tried pitching for them to have a plea match.
Like a what?
A match on a pay-per-view.
Oh shit! Him and Michael Cole.
I would have been so bad, but imagine.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would think Michael Cole really likes him if they're like doing that shit on air. He's constantly shitting on him like that.
Yeah.
I would think he was probably really close with Michael Cole.
Yeah.
Which is weird because then why the fuck would he get released? Like,
that's why he had to have rubbed someone wrong backstage. He had to have.
Well, you never know with these things, man. You never know what the fuck is going on back there.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I just wanted to give Ali some love. Like the dude, since the second he's gotten released, has just been nonstop. He's in great shape. I haven't seen much footage of his matches on the indies. But he's killing it everywhere. He's signed everywhere. He shows where he's traveling, so he's probably making a bag.
Yeah.
Right now, too. You know, so
and he gets to showcase his skills, man. That's the important thing. You know what I mean?
Now, do you think he's someone that you could see signing with like an AEW or eventually going back to WWE? Or do you think he's making a spot? Or do you think he could be the Matt Cardona route where he just likes doing the indies?
I think as far as Ali goes, I don't think he would go back to WWE just because he was like trapped. Remember, he asked for his release like 2 years ago or whatever, and they were like, no, you're going to stay here and do nothing. And then they had that whole, remember that whole like month where he was attacking Bobby Lashley and he was like a mosquito and Bobby Lashley like would like grab him and like throw him like, the fuck, like get away from me. Like if he was like a gnat.
When
like Brock, they did that shit for like a month.
And not to bring up Brock, but when Brock told him to get a life, kid.
Bro, that was
the end. That was the end of Ali in WWE.
That was horrible, bro. How you gonna be cutting a promo And then the weird shit after that is that when he did that, he walks out. They cut back to Ali, and he's like the look on his face of just like it was completely not part of the show or anything. He was literally like, yeah, of course they fucking just did that to me. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's crazy. How you gonna cut a promo and have Brock Lesnar walk by and tell him, "Get a life, kid"? That's fucking crazy, bro. That's some crazy shit, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to see where he would end up eventually. But
he should have put that shit on a shirt.
Get a life, kid.
He should have put that shit on a shirt, bro.
Yeah, I am curious because I want to know what they make, like, because like a dude like him and Cardona, they're making like the main event indie money. Like, I wonder how much Matt Cardona makes like on an indie.
I don't know, bro. I don't even have an idea.
Like, it's five. Like, if I said 5 G's for a show, does that sound like outrageous?
It sounds low to me.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but then again, like you think about these indies, like how much are they really making per show? Like, I mean, some of these indies are packed. Yeah. So if they're charging $20 a ticket and you get like 300-400 people in there, or maybe let's say 1,000. 1,000 is a lot of fucking people. But some of these indie shows that I watch, like that shit is like, bro, they're packed in there.
Yeah, so it's like, because you got to think they're not going to travel to make like a G.
Yeah, no way. I mean, if you're struggling, you're a struggling guy, yeah. But if you're like one of these top stars,
but you got to think, some of like you would hope Ali, Cardona, the time they had in WWE, they were saving. Like,
I would think something like that. You got to be talking. I mean, at the lowest, like if somebody calls Ali, like at the very lowest, you got to be talking about like, yo, 7, 8, 9, 10, something like that grand. Like you gotta be talking about like, you gotta give me 10 grand for me to get the fuck to come over here. Like, especially like like a lower indie, like a Rev Pro or something like that. Okay, I can see like, you make 5-6 grand if you're like a big name and shit, but this is Rev Pro. Like you're gonna go viral.
Yeah.
There's gonna be good people here working. There's a lot of other good talent on here. Everybody's getting about the same thing, and you're working to, build the show.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's not like one guy's making fucking $100,000 and everyone else is making $500.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I don't know. I would like to know that. Like, to be honest.
And just for like my own, like, I don't need to like, to be nosy, but I would like to know just to like know. I'm not trying to like nitpick anything labels. I just like, it's curiosity to see like what they actually make out there.
Because I know some, like I've seen before, they've talked about it where they're like, the rate might be lower, but they're getting paid to fly out. They get their flight paid in hotel too.
And I think too, like their merch, like they get like 100% of their merch, like whatever they sell, it's like theirs. So, that's a big fucking deal too. You make a shirt, you print a shirt that costs you like fucking $6-7 to print up, and you sell that shit for $25-30. You sell fucking 10 of those shirts. It's 10-15 shirts. It's pretty cool. You sell 50 of them, so decent chunk of change.
Especially when you're the headliner too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's dope. I don't know. I'm curious because like you got to think, and we're gonna get into him next, but like an Ospreay, like he's been traveling and stuff like that. Now, granted, he's probably making the bag. Well, obviously,
I think somebody like that. And not to disparage Ali or anything, but
no,
I think somebody like an Ospreay it's like for the love of the game. Like he just fucking, this guy to me just seemed, and again, not to disparage Ali because I'm sure he's doing the same thing. I'm sure he just fucking loves to go out there and showcase his talent, but I'm sure he also wants a fucking payday. But I think Ospreay, like, dude, Ospreay just signed with AEW.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's hurting for money.
No.
But I think he goes to all these shows like Rev Pro and he does all these things because like it's just the sport of it.
Well, yeah,
like,
dude,
the love of the game.
I bet you too. It's like these big name talents when they leave like WWE, AEW, New Japan, TNA, even, and they do like these that people make fun of them in promos. But like, when they do these high school gyms and shit, like, you know how much fun that low key has to be though. At the same time, like, yo, I'm doing the shit I love in front. It sounds dumb to say, but like in front of like 200 people, 100 people.
Yeah.
But it's like, yo, you know, those people are there for you, like you and you alone. It's not like when, like, I'm at Raw last night, there was 11,000 people. And it's like, not everyone was there to see, say, like a Chad Gable. But if Chad Gable was to ever get released or walk out, and he went to an indie show in Chicago and there was 300 people there, I bet you a lot of them probably went because they heard he was there.
Bro, if they fucking, God forbid, if they were, I mean, whatever. If they were to set Chad Gable free and he was able to like go to like Rev Pro, GCW, Impact, and just go out there and fucking wrestle. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He won. He won last night.
Going, shoosh, which I pop when he does that. But if he doesn't have to be a comedy guy anymore, he could just actually go out there and, oh my God. Dude, I'm telling you, bro, that Jason Jordan is one of the most saddest fucking stories, man. When I see him pop out on Raw every once in a while, like as the backstage, bring it up. When I see him, I'm like, damn, bro. You know how fucking good American Alpha was as a tag team, bro?
I love them.
Those guys were like, I said this years ago about Jason Jordan. I was like, that's the next Kurt Angle. And of course, they did that whole thing where he was Kurt Angle's son or whatever. But like literally, bro, when I saw him and I started watching and I was like, bro, that's the next Kurt Angle right there. Like, that's a world champion. That dude, that's the dude. Like, and that's taking nothing away from Chad Gable. But it's like, bro, that's that dude. And like both of them together, it's like phenomenal. Like just freak ass athletes, dude.
Dude, Gable Germaned Ivar last night.
That's crazy, bro.
That got one of the loudest pops of the night, too, to be honest.
That dude is he's insane, bro. The fact that they tried to shorty G him up, but that whole thing, like
he who shall not be named, really.
You know whose fault that was.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, because, dude, I'll admit, I think it's because I was saying to my girl last night, like, I'm lucky being in the military, you know, I get to go to the shows for free, whatever. But that was my third Raw since September. And every show I've gone to, American Alpha's been on it. So I don't know if I'm like a big fan because I've seen them a lot, but their music's even catchy to me now.
Yeah.
And I'm also a big fan of Maxine Dupree. Not in ring, we'll get there. We'll get there in ring.
Well, Alpha Academy, right?
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. But yeah, like imagine a dude like him just going out and doing the rounds. Like
Chad Gable versus Mustafa Ali out there in the wilds of the Indies, or like an Osprey.
Like Warrior Wrestling, that's like a popular indie.
Oh, that shit rules, yeah.
Yeah.
Warrior Wrestling is great.
Yep. Because I'll say Tage was the champion there for a while.
Yeah, for a while, yeah.
Yeah, for a while. But I guess speaking of Will Ospreay, if you want to take this one, because I want to see this match. We haven't seen this yet.
Yeah, dude. So while we're sitting here wondering, you know, there's not a lot of news, there's not a lot of things happening, and we're watching our regular programming, Will Ospreay's out here wrestling everybody and their mother in Japan and fucking Rev Pro. I've said Rev Pro like 18 times this episode already. I think I said it more this episode than I've said it in all the episodes of Wrestling is Trash. But apparently, Will Ospreay wrestled this man Michael Oku yesterday, who again, I'm not, you know, I don't like the front. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know every wrestler in the world and I know who all the new hottest guys are. I've never heard the name Michael Oku until yesterday when I saw he wrestled Will Ospreay. I will keep it a buck. So right after this podcast, when we edit everything and upload it, I'm gonna watch this match because I'm looking forward to this. But Ospreay is out here having like, I don't know if he's doing like his retirement tour from like New Japan and all these other indies because he's about to be a full-time AEW star. So he's just going out with a bang and having all these matches. But it's like, I'm telling you, bro, every year we talk about Will Ospreay and we're like talking about like, this is the match of the year. No, this was the match of the year. No, this is the match of the year. Like, this is the best match I've seen Will Ospreay have. And then every year he has another match that is like, fuck, well, that match is even greater than the last match. And it's like, I don't know how he does this shit. I don't know how he does it. I really don't. I'm so like in awe of like that dude's talent that like I don't even know what to say. Like I don't know how he does that shit.
Dude, he is the greatest wrestler in the world. That's like one of them. Like
Absolutely.
argue with your barber. He is
Yeah.
the greatest. Like I don't care. Yeah, some people say Kenny, Seth, AJ. No, it's Will Ospreay. He's here, and 2 and 3, 4 and 5 are down here. Like there, in my opinion, there's a clear distance between 1 and 2 and the greatest wrestler in the world.
Yeah, we finally were able to watch Osprey Alexander 2, and that match lived up to the hype. I saw it a few weeks after it happened. I mean, it's fucking tremendous, man. It's a tremendous fucking match, dude.
Yeah. Now, mind you, we're marks for him. So people who watch who might not like Ospreay like us, yes, we're marks. But
How the fuck ain't that some shit? How the fuck could you not like? That's a weird thing though. Actually, I've never really seen anybody. You know how you go on Twitter and every wrestler that you like, there's someone talking shit about that
I've
wrestler.
never seen hate for him.
I've never seen anybody talk bad about Will Ospreay, whether personally or like, oh, that match was bullshit. That match was a spot fest of whatever. I've never seen it. People talk shit about Kenny. They say they say Danielson's washed. They say Kenny's overrated and he's a ballerina or whatever the fuck these fucking nerds say. They talk shit about Seth is washed all the time. You know, they talk about everybody. Roman never wrestles.
Yeah.
Moxley's a fucking Moxley
true.
just bleeds and he no sells and he thinks he's a tough guy, which is fucking stupid because everybody who wrestles is pretending to be a tough guy. Like, you're gonna think these people are actually not tough, or I don't even understand that.
Yeah.
But dude, Ospreay, I've never seen anybody going, bro, this guy sucks.
So let me ask
Overrated.
you, not Mount Rushmore, just active wrestlers right now. Who do you think are the top 5 best wrestlers in the world?
Damn.
I think we both agree Will Ospreay number 1.
Yeah. I'll put Ospreay up there.
I feel you good. Who'd you say? I say Danielson.
Yeah, I put Ospreay up there. I was thinking about Danielson. I mean, it's not gonna be in no particular order.
Yeah, I just instant reaction right off the hip. I got Danielson, Ospreay, Kenny. I'd probably go AJ and Seth.
Okay. I really like.
You could say a name, and I'm like, you know what? You could like. That's not my dead 5. Just instant reaction. Someone says name top 5 best wrestlers. That's who I say.
So I will probably do Ospreay. Let's do Danielson. Let's do. I kind of want to throw Speedball Mike Bailey in there.
He's phenomenal.
He's fucking tremendous.
Yes, he is.
I want to throw Ilya Dragunov in there.
Okay.
And I kind of like leaning towards Seth, but I feel like I'm forgetting somebody that I'd rather add. But I'm gonna go with Seth.
Okay. Now since we're on it, top 5 best women wrestlers.
Oh shit! So
now, mind you, same criteria. Like in the ring, the bell goes. Like we said, Ospreay.
Jamie Hayter, Mercedes Moné.
Okay.
Bianca Belair.
Yep.
Deonna Purrazzo.
Okay.
And let's see. Oh wait, I'm forgetting. It's between Julia and maybe like Kairi Sane, but Kairi Sane from.
So no Charlotte.
Charlotte, you know, she's hurt. She hasn't been, wrestling much this year. So I kind of, but if everybody's equal, you got to throw Charlotte in there, bro. She's tremendous.
Yeah, if you say everyone equal, I say Mercedes, Charlotte, Jamie. Wow, I'm at 3. Who are my other 2? Who could they be?
It's hard, man. You don't want to leave anyone out.
Yeah, the women's harder than the men, to be honest. Bianca.
Yeah.
You see, like you want to throw like Deonna, Tony, but then like biasly, I want to say like Rhea.
Yeah. The thing with Rhea is like
Rhea, I think I might just be looking more into the character aspect.
Yeah, it's more personality, character-wise, because they're not really letting her like wrestle that much. and then when she does, it's like most of the times it's like a squash, so you
Bro,
can't really see the.
Speaking of women, you know who was insanely over last night? I don't know if you saw the match. Whatever you didn't, you said you fell asleep. A massive women's battle royal for the last chance. The number one over person based off coming out, Selena Vega is like insanely over.
No
like
shit.
I know she's loved, but dude, she got like one of the pops of the night.
Wow, that's good for her.
When she came out, I hit it. I said, you gotta put that L in LWO. Because I thought she was maybe gonna win until Raquel Rodriguez came out. I was like, all right, this girl just returned. I thought it was gonna be Zelina or Chelsea. Which Chelsea, another one, she got an insane pop when she came out.
That's why she got thrown right the fuck out.
Yeah, Raquel. She did the whole heel thing where you hide outside the ring, and then Raquel eliminated her last. But even another one, like up and comer, like Tiffany Stratton.
Oh yeah, fuck. See, I knew I felt like I was leaving somebody out. I could have put her on there. She's great. Yeah,
dude, she's great. They changed up her music in Tron. I noticed that last night. It's not like bad. I guess they jumped on it quick. But yeah, because then they did the classic 6 women were all in the ring on the mic talking about the match, and it resulted in a brawl. But then Nia Jax came in and squashed every single one of them.
Yeah, they got to build her up for the chamber match. You know,
I was bummed. I was bummed that Rhea did not come out. I thought Rhea was going to come out. Was pretty bummed about that.
No shit.
Yeah. She didn't come out. I thought maybe at least for a stare down, but nope. Nia destroyed everyone, and then it went.
Oh, not to change it up from the women, but there's one thing I definitely wanted to bring up here that was on Friday show. Bro, give Dominic Mysterio his motherfucking flowers, bro. That dude had a great match on Friday, bro.
Yep.
Like, I was starting to think, like, yo, is he going to win this match? Like, I was like, is he going to fucking beat Kevin Owens? He's not beating Kevin Owens, is he? It was like, dude, that fucking kid has improved so much from when he first came out with that baby face and the the chubby cheeks and the Rey Mysterio outfits. Like, his 619 still kind of sucks. You know?
Yeah, his 619
sandwich.
Dude, it sounds terrible. I think he got worse at it.
He's so slow.
Yeah,
like it's so slow. Like he runs and then he does the spin. It's like it doesn't look like it's hurting anybody.
Yeah, when Ray
like he has to stop doing that shit. There's no whip to it. Like Rey Mysterio whips that shit. You know what I mean? Even Sasha fucking whips when she does hers. But besides that, bro, I was so shocked is the wrong word, but I was so like impressed with Dominic on fucking Friday, man. Like, dude, seriously.
And last night, they don't pipe in those boos. When he got tagged in, that place, I popped for him. I was cheering. Because I'll admit I'm a Dominic guy. But, dude, he was getting legitimately booed. Like, and he just knows what to do. Like, at one point, the crowd was kind of getting quiet. Because that match, to be honest, it wasn't that great. The crowd was insanely behind Truth.
Yeah.
But at some points it got quiet, and Dominic just got on the turnbuckle, and everyone just booed. Like he had that sense of like I think we're losing people.
Yeah, it's kind of quiet.
Got up on the turnbuckle and went like this, and just boos instantly. Like, dude, like Cena said, he's the future of the business.
Yeah, he's smart, man. He's really smart.
Is it a hot take to say he could be a future world champion?
Nah, he could I could see it. I could see where there's some shenanigans where they kind of do some, like, I'm trying to think of something maybe similar that happened, but just some chicane, like a Money in the Bank type shit.
A Money in the Bank. He's a perfect Money in the Bank candidate.
Yeah, that's a dude that if the Miz can fucking be how many times? 2-time, 3-time champion? Like, dude, why can't Dominic do it?
Imagine if he won it this year and cashed in and beat Cody.
Oh my God. Wow. That'd be fucking insane. That'd be insane.
Priest, Damian Priest was in his finest, bondage clothes last night.
Yeah, what was the I saw somebody said something about the way he dresses. And it was like he's like the bisexual Rhea Ripley.
The bisexual Undertaker, I think.
Yeah, there you go. The bisexual Undertaker, something like that. Yeah, his outfits are very odd. He makes odd choices, but
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Last night during that match, we've talked about it, I think, like at least maybe twice in the past month. Seeing Finn, I think he's enjoying what he's doing. But last night I was like, damn, man, I would really like to see this dude in AEW.
Yeah, that's one guy that I would really like to see jump.
And it's nuts because just the way the storyline's going, they're gonna lose those titles at Mania. Like I think they didn't foreshadow anything, but I really think they're gonna go that cheap pop route where Miz and Truth win the tag titles.
Oh, okay.
Like a fade. That's just the route I think they're going. So it's nuts because with him, it's like I think Drew's re-signing. I definitely think Drew's re-signing, especially if he pinned Cody. But Finn, especially if it's right after Mania, I would not be surprised if it's just they're gonna have to. I think the easy way out of it, if he doesn't re-sign, is Judgment Day turns on him. But with Mania being so soon, they've shown no signs of to be honest, anyone turning on anyone.
Yeah, I mean that shit could happen in a.
that could start. That could start
right?
Saturday. They could retain the title Saturday by him and Priest beat.
Yeah.
But
well, they're not losing on Saturday, that's for sure.
Yeah. So let me ask you. We haven't talked about it yet. We didn't put it in the note, but I felt it had to be known. I know we texted about it, but on air, what are we thinking with everyone's saying Hollywood rock, but to me, I got more vibes of late 90s rock, like corporation rock.
So some people were making a big fuss that he pointed in Roman Reigns' direction.
Yeah.
When he said, "I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure you don't, lose it or whatever." He said, "Retain the title or don't win the title or whatever it was." And it's like, I don't know if I totally buy into that, but I'm under the mind that The Rock is going to cost Roman Reigns. It only makes sense,
and it
makes perfect sense for him to help Cody. And it doesn't even have to be like, Cody, come here, Cody, let me help you. It doesn't even have to be like that. He just has to basically turn his back on Roman Reigns. You know what I mean? So, like, if Jimmy comes out there, whatever, he just fight Jimmy off or solo or however it is they want to do it. But I'm of the mind that he's going to end up turning on Roman.
I'm dead set. The Rock is going to pin Cody Saturday because that's going to draw insane heat. And then it's either going to be the night after Mania or at Mania. He turns on Roman like, I did my part, you didn't do yours.
Yeah.
We have a whole year and then Roman can come back a monster babyface.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, like I said, you can promote that shit on Raw with Peacock. With Netflix. But
Paramount Plus and apparently Peacock are merging, so it'll probably be Paracock.
I saw you tweeted it, and I saw the memes. The comparisons to Ricky Starks were hysterical.
Yeah.
But tell me I sound wild saying this. Is The Rock too big to be rocking what the hell he was rocking?
Nah. Well,
I felt that looked awkward on him because of his size.
It's just that he doesn't wear shit like that. He hasn't worn shit like that since Hollywood Rock.
Yeah.
I mean, he always comes out with his shirt or like a jacket or some cool fucking Brooklyn jacket or some shit. You know what I mean? Or his tracksuit and his t-shirt. So he's always wearing more or less the same thing. So for him to come out in that, it's like, okay, you knew already off the bat he was going to come out and do some heel shit. But it's just funny to me, like how the people, they're booing him, but they're not really booing him, bro. Like everybody loves The Rock. Like they want to cheer him.
The second he did, finally, The Rock has come back, and if you smell, everyone did it. And that's how it's going to be. Because it's the cool thing to do is the boo The Rock. Like even last night when they showed the recap, everyone booed him. But everyone was like, I don't know. Like what I liked about the promo is low key, everything he said was right. He said you had the biggest main event in your hands, and that you were all entitled bitches. And it's like, well, the world we live in, like not saying like this scenario, just the world we live in. A lot of people try to act entitled, and like it was, I don't know, it was nuts. And then do you think do you see more in the point to Roman or the L? Like, do you think
that was weird. I don't know why he was doing
not
that.
Not to be that guy, but
maybe
this isn't hard. This isn't hard to fuck up.
Maybe he's joining Bang Bang Scissor Gang. I don't know. He's joining.
Those tweets were mad funny.
Yeah.
I was hoping. I know he wouldn't do it because I think it's unprofessional because he's on the board. but I was hoping all weekend to see The Rock say something.
Yeah. Nah, he ain't gonna
Just to
respond
get a
those
pop,
people.
just to get a pop, you know what I mean? But yeah, like, cause like the point I could like, okay, The Rock was pointing that whole promo, right? Like, yo, how do you mess this up?
Yeah, like I don't get. There has to be something to that. Like
I
there's
think
gotta
there's
be.
more to this than there is to the point.
Yeah, there's definitely something to this because come on, bro. I know you watched the product. I know you guys talked about it backstage. It's this.
Yeah.
You go like that. That's it. That's all you do. You point to the sky. You don't. What is
No,
this?
every video package of Roman, he's throwing up the one.
Yeah.
We the ones. Like,
Yeah.
but speaking of Roman, my girl bought me. Very thankful for the that levels above hoodie.
That shit's hard.
Yeah, so I'm pretty amped to get
That
that.
shit's hard.
Well,
He finally got I don't want to say finally got a decent shirt, but a lot of these Roman shirts are like kind of trash. Like that God mode one, that shit is trash. That
Yeah.
fucking Bloodline one with them all sitting like the Godfather table, that I didn't like that shit.
The one I really liked, I bought it the night he returned, the Wreck Everyone.
Yeah, that shirt I have.
That one, I have the head of the table where it just says head of the table. Like I like that one personally. I have a We the Ones. I like that one.
Yeah, I like that shit.
He had another one that was kind of cool.
But like that God mode one was just, I saw that shit. I was like, what are you, that shit?
So I have that one. I like it, but I don't like the abbreviation for God, like greatness on a different level mode.
Yeah, it
like
just looks like it was made like cheaply. Like it was made like
the way
quick.
it's, but you know, I got the hoodie on Fanatics. Actually, cheap. I don't know if I'm plugging them, but they had 25% off. That's the reason I got it. So I saved like $10.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. It was intriguing. Like everything they said was true. Now, mind you, SmackDown's taped this week because of Australia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
did they already do it or?
Yeah, they did it last week after the previous SmackDown. So if you see anything Roman and Rock, it's just going to be backstage stuff. It's not live.
Okay.
So to be honest, I'm probably not going to watch SmackDown this week. No reason to really watch, to be honest.
If I'm not doing anything, I mean, I'll have it on, but knowing that it's taped is kind of shitty because you're gonna see the spoilers.
And then you got to wake up early for Chamber.
Bro, I have a doctor's appointment at 7 a.m. Like I gotta go to Quest and do labs on Saturday.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because I can't do it during the week because I have to be fasting.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck, that shit's not gonna be over at that time. I'm gonna have to I don't know what I'm gonna do.
No, so I'll say this. I like the pay-per-view because it's Chamber, right? But like, let's keep it a buck, man. This is a very predictable show.
Yeah.
Becky's winning that Chamber. Drew's winning that Chamber. Rhea's retaining, and the Judgment Day's winning. And I'm assuming that Cody Rhodes, Seth, Grayson Waller thing is going to end up with them challenging the Bloodline tour. Now, as we say, predictable isn't bad. Like, these matches could be good. It's just the outcomes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I don't
those Perth shows, like, they don't. Those things with them, like big shows like that, they never really have a big angle or a title change that happens on those shows. It's just like they have good matches, but it's the winner's pretty predictable. Which I don't know why they do that shit. Why don't they have like big title changes on their shows and shit?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why they do that
I
shit.
said it before. The only like real big world title changes, especially on the men's side, only happen at Mania.
Yeah.
Like, if you really think about it, Roman or SummerSlam, right? Roman won the Universal title at that Payback show, but I truly think that, remember, it was like a week after SummerSlam, they did a pay-per-view again.
Yeah.
And I think they only did that to get Roman the title. But, like, when's the last time in your memory a title changed place on a B show? Like, the last one that comes to mind for me, besides when Brock Lesnar squashed Kofi on that SmackDown, I think was when The Fiend beat
That was like
Seth.
the first SmackDown, right?
Yeah. And when The Fiend beat Seth Rollins in Saudi, and the only reason they did that is because of the backlash they took from that terrible Hell in a Cell ending.
Yeah.
So if you really think about it, they don't change the big titles unless it's WrestleMania, which that's what I used to love about the Attitude Era. At like Unforgiven, like Kurt Angle won the WWF title.
Yeah, that shit always used to happen. They used to
Yeah,
change titles a lot back, like way more back then, but they definitely didn't save it for specific shows.
yeah, and now it's like, which I don't like about it is now it makes Mania in a way too predictable because it's like, all right, we think Roman's gonna lose, we think Seth's long title's gonna end, we think Gunther's is gonna end, Eo's is probably gonna end. The only one who I think current champion right now that's definitely what I really think Rhea's walking out champion still.
You got to think this WrestleMania might be like a complete like reboot for WWE, man. Because if you have Cody win the title, you have Drew win the world title, you change
Really,
the take the title off of Rhea, which I hope they don't do. But depending on who she's wrestling, if it's Becky Lynch,
you
Becky
never
Lynch will have
know.
her another run. But new tag team champions, like
Probably
it could
LA
be like
Knight.
a whole reset for the company because you've had the same people like you know running with these titles this like past. Well, if you look at Roman, fucking 1,000 days.
Yeah.
So it could be a good thing for them. It's just a fresh start. Get some new champions in there. Give Cody his run. That's going to be interesting to see who feuds with Cody when he wins that title. That's going to be
Yeah.
very interesting.
Yeah, because I think Roman will get a rematch, but that won't be till like SummerSlam, I would think.
And then we'll have him lose again. I
Yeah,
don't
but you
know.
don't.
Maybe
Yeah,
with some interference
yeah,
from The
but
Rock
how
or
does?
something.
Yeah, because it's weird. Like, how do you not give Roman?
Yeah,
So I
I
keep
don't know.
seeing a thing on Twitter. I want your thoughts on it. Say Cody wins. I don't know how they'll close the show. I'm assuming with Cody and the pyro, and he'll be walking up the. Do you think Roman? Do you think
Whoa, like
Roman?
five
Do you
times.
think Roman, if he's in the ring or leaving the ring, gets like a low key standing ovation? Because like,
Nah, I think he's gonna roll out of the ring and he'll get carried out by Wise Man. Put his arm around the Wise Man or something. He's probably not gonna stick around. I
so
mean, he's
you
not
do
retiring. You know what I
no,
mean?
but do you think at any point on television Roman will get like a kind of thank you Roman chant for like this ring? Even though the end has been but just you can't say overall it wasn't a good ring. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No, I don't. I don't think they would. I mean, I don't see how they like. Where would they do it? You know what I mean?
No, even if it's like off camera, like WrestleMania is off air, but he's just like in yeah, I don't know.
I don't know where they do that. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I'll admit though, if I'm picking Cody to win, but you don't know who's gonna win. No one can.
Bro, hey, Cody, again, I'm gonna keep fucking saying the same thing over and over again, bro. Cody has to finish this. I'm not gonna go another year listening about Cody's fucking story, bro. I'm not gonna do it. I'm
Third
not.
time's the charm, though.
No. I'm not gonna go another year listening to Cody talk about his goddamn story. It's not gonna happen, bro. They can't. They can't. You can't. You can't like. Come on, bro. You can't risk the crowd finally going, all right, bro, this guy's a fucking loser. Enough with this
Yeah,
Cody guy. Like, you
yeah,
can't. He's like on fire right now, that dude. Like, he can do no wrong. You gotta put the belt on this guy. You have to.
yeah, yep.
He's had the titles long enough, bro. 1,000 days is good enough, bro. That Hulk Hogan record, nobody gives a shit about that.
No, that
Like,
made it.
nobody cares.
No.
That's a fucking fake record anyway. Like, nobody
Yeah.
even gives a shit about that. So,
Now,
like, no, bro.
another question I have for you. It's in here. This says first inductee, but so I ask you a question. You are in charge of a realistic Hall of Fame that can happen this year. I think lately it's been like 5 people. One of them's usually a celebrity, and obviously one's like a woman. And then the other 3 are either singles talent, there's a tag team in there. Who is Lou putting in the Hall of Fame this year? 5 people. So one celebrity, one female, and then whether a tag team, 3 single male acts, whatever. What is Lou doing?
So this year, what I would do is Batista is the
The
head of
headliner?
the shit. Batista. I personally would induct Bray Wyatt. So I'd have Batista, Bray Wyatt. I would do. Is Mickey James in the Hall of Fame?
Nope.
Okay. So I would do Mickey James. But I really want to, and I really want Victoria to get more respect than she
Yeah.
gets. So I'd like to see her either induct Mickey James or maybe because you could do Mickey James at any time. So maybe do Victoria first and
Okay.
have Mickey induct Victoria, and then you could do like Mickey next year because Mickey's it's like Mickey's still wrestling, bro.
Yeah.
So she can still do her thing, but Victoria is pretty much done. And a celebrity, I would do somebody just they already did Bob Barker. Um,
That's the hard one for me.
didn't somebody just pass and they were like a big wrestling? Um, I'm gonna kill this dog. Stop.
I don't remember.
Um, yeah, I feel like somebody passed this year or sometime mid ending of last year that was like a big wrestling celebrity type. I can't think of a celebrity one at the moment.
So for me, my headliner is going to be Bray. My female was actually Victoria.
Oh, nice.
Um, I'm trying to think of like the ruthless aggression era because it seems like they've done the whole attitude era people, and they're kind of moving up. Honestly, since he's not on TV a lot anymore, I could see you throwing like, oh no. I take that back because they're in Philly. Maybe Bam Bam Bigelow.
If he's not in the Hall of Fame already, he really
He
fucking
might be
should be.
maybe like a him or like an ECW talent, so maybe a Sabu.
They will never put him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, or Raven.
Never.
No.
They would never
I'm
put
trying
him
to
in
think
the
of
Hall.
an East because it's in Philly. So who's in East? Maybe Tommy Dreamer.
Maybe. But I don't think any of those ECW guys would ever get in.
Yeah. All right. So
I really
I'll
don't.
take one. So the one I said I was gonna say was MVP.
Okay.
MVP. And then who else could you throw in there? I'm thinking.
That's the thing with the ECW guys. Like, unless there's like a year where they're like, "Fuck, man, we've pretty much inducted. Like, we really don't have anybody to induct this
I
year. Okay,
definitely
let's do
honestly
Sandman or something."
because
You know,
obviously Heyman's gonna go in eventually. I really think Tommy Dreamer is gonna end up in there
he might. It might take
because of
some.
his
It
contribution to
might take
EC.
some. Yeah, it might take some doing by Paul Heyman. But if anybody gets in, it would probably be him. But the thing is, he doesn't have a big like WWE. He didn't really do anything in WWE.
So I know he was behind the scenes a lot. He had a behind the scenes job for years. Yeah, because I think the only thing I really remember from him, big storyline wise in ECW, I mean WWE is when he won like the ECW title like again in WWE. Like remember they had like that big silver belt.
All the Bobby Lashley belt.
Yeah, the one after the
Yeah,
original. Yeah. Him, yeah, like I remember when he won that was a massive deal. You know what I mean? 'Cause he's an ECW original. I don't know. It's so weird, man. WrestleMania is so close, and they haven't announced anyone for the Hall of Fame. I thought by now at least the headliner would have been out there.
I would think. I mean, Batista's. I would think it was going to be Batista. He's going to be inducted sooner than
Wasn't
later.
he supposed to go in, but then COVID happened?
Yeah, the pandemic happened, so he didn't want to do that shit with no fans. So I don't see why it wouldn't be this year.
Yeah, I thought they were going to do it last year. To be honest, they were in Hollywood, and he's obviously a thing. You think it was weird they put Ray in last year?
Yeah, especially since he's on your fucking active roster, and then you put a championship on him. Like,
yeah, I know.
Why are you?
Yeah.
I don't understand that shit. If you put someone in the fucking Hall of Fame, it's because they're retired.
Yeah,
and they're not doing the sport anymore. Like they're retired from basketball. Now they're in the Hall of Fame, and we're inducting this person and respecting all their accomplishments. Not that he's still wrestling. It doesn't make sense to me.
You know who was there last night? Celebrity again. Iglesias, Fluffy.
No, really?
Dude, the last 3 Raws I've been to in California, he's been at every single one.
Oh, shit.
The dude, and I think he was at Full Gear too. Like the dude loves wrestling. He's at every
Yeah.
show I feel on that. And there's always a fluffy chant. He gets up, he waves, then he's kind of like sits down.
Nice.
He was taunting Ivar in the match last night. That was actually kind of funny.
Yeah, he seems like a nice dude.
He's a massive wrestling fan.
That's cool.
Fucking put him in
That's
the Hall of
pretty
Fame. I want to know how they pick these celebrity people.
Yeah, like the ones they put in the hall.
Yeah, because like Ozzy Osbourne, I think's in the Hall of Fame.
Put like Jerry Springer in there, Cyndi Lauper. Cyndi Lauper, obviously.
No, she's not in there yet. Actually,
really, that's interesting.
Yes. The reason I know that is because one of the wrestling podcasts I do watch, one of the guys is like, yo, she needs to go in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, for sure. She should have been in there.
Yeah. So, because everyone thought they were going to do it. A lot of people thought they were going to do it the year in New York when Ronda main evented. For some reason.
That's crazy. I thought she would. I for sure would have thought she was in there.
Yeah, no, not yet.
Especially like when they put Piper in. Like, why wouldn't you have her close, like, right around that time? Weird.
Old Roddy.
He was the fucking man.
Yeah, so Chambers.
I like that when he showed up at that Royal Rumble, when CM Punk was in there, he fucking came out. They hit his music. I think that was in Madison Square Garden.
Oh, it's Jimmy Snuka was in it too.
Yeah, and he takes his shirt off and he has a gigantic fucking extended. Not that I'm one to talk, but he takes his shirt off and his belt off, and he's got a giant stomach just like sticking out to here. That's so crazy.
Did you ever
watch off with Snuka?
Did you ever watch the show Legends House? Remember that was the thing on the network?
Yeah. I've never watched a single episode of that, but I did watch Edge and Christian's Podcast of Awesomeness. I watched
the Edge and Christian show that totally reeks of awesomeness.
Yeah, Camp WWE I used to watch. That shit was hilarious. That Camp WWE shit was funny.
So I liked Legends House. That was really cool, actually. You should give that a try. I think it's probably on Peacock somewhere.
They should have all that shit on Peacock, actually.
Yeah, they should. There was another original show they made that I liked. Camp WWE was good.
They had that. Remember that prank show that they had for
one season? Wasn't it called Swerved or some shit?
Something like that, yeah. In a prank show.
I remember they got Seth Rollins really good one time. He was fucking living.
That's fucking.
I think they wouldn't let him in the arena or some shit when. Yeah, because it was supposed to make fun of that show. What, Pranked with Ashton Kutcher? Yeah. Is that what it was called back in the day? Pranked.
And then they had that Mid-South wrestling.
Yep.
Thing that they did.
Yeah, not deep. Was it Deep South? No.
The what?
It wasn't called Deep South, right?
It was like Deep South or Mid-South, something like that.
Shit like that. But John Cena had like a different character.
Yeah.
I think, that was good. They haven't done one in a minute, but I'm a big fan of the Broken Skull session with Stone Cold when he does his interviews.
Yeah.
They haven't done one in a minute, like over a year, I think.
Yeah, it's weird. You would think, I guess they're saving them. This is like Barbara Walters now or something for wrestlers.
Yeah.
They save it for like WrestleMania week or something.
If you look at who he's interviewed, as far as active talent, there's really the only active guy he hasn't done that's like really over right now.
Gunter?
So, he hasn't done him. He hasn't done Roman. Maybe he'll do Roman after the title ends.
That'll be interesting.
And maybe he'll do Cody once he wins the title. I know he had Cody already, but maybe he'll have Cody again once he wins the title.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, I'd like for him to have Roman on to hear what he has to say about
that. Would be very interesting.
Because it's going to come out eventually, like a documentary or something about that reign.
Yeah, of course. Bro, you don't think they're recording all this footage right now so they can make some 3-hour fucking Roman Reigns 365 shit?
They haven't done a 24 in forever either.
Yeah, I mean, and those are fantastic. I don't know why they stopped doing all that.
My favorite one was the Edge one when he came back from his injury and to the Royal Rumble. That's my favorite one, I think, of all time.
Yeah, man. Those are dope.
Because I even like the one they did do from the Mania. It's like behind the scene at Mania. I don't know. I'm a mark for seeing all that behind the scenes shit. And then I'm trying to let the dog out. But I don't know. Yeah, we got Chamber this upcoming weekend. Revolution's right around the corner. That card's building up really, really good right now. Like really, really good. I'm intrigued with that triple threat. So we're about to enter that peak season again. We had a little bit of a break, but now we're about to enter that peak season of show after show after show
Yeah.
after show.
Yeah, we sitting here like, oh, we don't really have too much, to talk about in the van and watch. Next month is gonna be fucking back to back everything.
Yeah, because we'll probably start this weekend because then we got.
I still don't have Revolution tickets, bro. I don't know what's up with this. I don't think they're doing theaters anymore.
It's what?
I'm gonna have to go to like Dave and Buster's, bro.
It's on the 3rd, right?
And I kind of low key want to go to the Dave and Buster's to see what that's like, to see like if there's other people there, like if that's where they.
Oh,
because there's one by my crib. I mean, it's not close, but it's not far either. So they definitely have them there. So I'm kind of like, I wonder if I should do that for that show. Just go over there, get a burger, get a couple beers, and sit there with some
why not?
Fucking AEW weirdos.
Yeah, we're about to hit it this weekend because you got Chamber this Saturday. Next Sunday's Revolution. Then you got the build up to Mania.
Next Sunday's Revolution. God damn, bro.
Yeah,
those tickets should be up by now, bro.
Yeah,
if they're not,
so not this upcoming Sunday, the one after. So in like 12 days.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like those tickets should be up by now. If they're not, then they're not. I guess they're not doing that shit anymore.
I don't know. But then we got Mania. Then after Mania, you got Backlash in Paris. And then you got Double or Nothing. It's just going to keep on going from there. Forbidden Door is going to be in June. Money in the Bank, I think, July. It's coming up quick, friend. It's coming up quick.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, I think that's going to do it for us, unless you got anything else you want to add?
Nah, man, I'm cool. Everything, I was just seeing something about Josh Alexander here.
Yeah, they extended him, but re-signed him. I think that's gold. For TNA, I think that's perfect.
I think
Shotzi sadly tore her ACL. She's out for 9 months.
Who?
Shotzi.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so NXT today's pre-recorded.
Didn't she show up? I just saw her on NXT on the NXT show.
Yeah, and then so this past Friday she was supposed to be in the
she was supposed to get a title shot.
She was supposed to fight Naomi for a chance for the Chamber.
Okay.
And then but last week, so today's NXT is already recorded, it sounds like. Because Shotzi's for the title tonight.
Yeah.
She's not hurt in that match. So they pulled her from Friday's match.
Fuck, man.
So yeah, I don't know if we'll see it tonight in the match itself. And then
Damn.
Yep.
Oh, that's one thing I did want to say. Did you see what did you think of the fucking Sammy Guevara? Did you actually watch the match?
Yeah, I ended up watching it. Shit happens, man. Do you chalk that up to shit happens?
I mean, yeah, but
the Hardys seem pissed.
This guy seems to not like the Hardys or something. He just he slammed Matt against his head a year or two ago or whatever it was. And then he just drives his knee right into Jeff Hardy's face and knocks him out. You gotta, again, I'm not in the ring. I don't know how that shit works, how you time all these crazy things that you do and 450s and all that shit. But I don't know if Jeff was laying in the wrong place. I don't know if Sammy overshot or undershot, or I don't know what happened. But I don't know, bro. I don't even know what I'm trying to It just, sometimes you gotta tone shit down, bro. You can't be going balls to the wall like that with everybody. Jeff Hardy's not a 25-year-old kid.
He's not rich,
who's, keeping up with that type of shit. I know he's the Daredevil and he's crazy, but dude's old, bro. Yeah. You gotta adjust. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. The Hardys seemed really pissed about it, though. Actually,
I don't know if that was an angle or if that was they were really fucking mad, but I don't know.
I don't know, though. I want to chalk it up to an angle. The Hardys seem like they understand shit happens, especially with the shit they've done themselves, and it keeps them relevant.
Brutal, bro. That shit looked really brutal.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that was rough. But I'm assuming, I don't know. I didn't hear any reports if Jeff got a concussion or.
No, I didn't see anything either. So I'm assuming it's
Assuming he's good.
it's cool.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Yeah, they gotta just tone down there a little bit from time to time. But I get it. Adrenaline's a motherfucker. You know what I mean? You can't always control that shit. Adrenaline's a motherfucker, you know?
Yeah, man.
Especially someone like Sammy.
I feel bad for that guy. Every time he tries to every time that dude, tries to get over, or he tries to the fans are starting to stop booing him. Some shit goes down and he gets shit on. Poor guy, bro. I mean, I can't feel too bad for him. He's got a 9-pack abs. He's got the hottest woman in the world. Just had a kid with her.
Yep, just had a baby.
Can't feel too bad for him, but he does tend to get into some shit.
Yeah, he does. He really does.
But besides that, bro.
Yeah, no. Thank you guys for listening for another week of Wrestling Trash. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the name right there. But most importantly, follow the show. Follow us on Twitter at WrestlingBTrash. Throw some comments in there. We see the likes on the post and everything. We thank you. But most importantly, on YouTube, Wrestling is Trash. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Throw everything out there for us. Give us all the likes, all the follows, all the recommendations, to be honest. Anything that you think can help the show or you just want to see on the show, I promise you, any interaction we get, we will incorporate somehow into the show.
More Perry Saturn.
Yeah, more Perry Saturn. See, I think that's week 6 in a row with Perry Saturn. But yeah, thank you guys, as always, from me, Lou. Take us on.
Let's go, man. Lou from the BX, host of the Everything Podcast, goes to Wrestling is Trash. Thank you guys so much for joining us on episode 176 of Wrestling is Trash. Again, hit us up on Instagram, Wrestling is Trash Show. From there, you hit the link in the bio and you'll get access to all our good shit. We're cooking up something. Not quite ready to talk about it yet, but it's still in progress. Working on it. As soon as we're good on it, we will announce it to all of you. It's a cool thing. It's more cool to be able to say what it is than actually what it actually is. Yeah. But we'll get that to you guys sooner than later. But other than that, man, follow us on the link. Follow us. Actually, if you do follow us on Wrestling is Trash and you do click on the link, you will see what I'm talking about in the links, even though it hasn't been announced, because the link is sitting there for what we want to announce that we're not going to announce yet. So until we announce that announcement, we're not announcing anything. But anyway, follow us. YouTube. We really appreciate the views. We appreciate the interaction. So other than that, man, everything is everything. Wrestling is trash. And guys, from us to you, enjoy wrestling. Perry Saturn.
Out.